Well, hey, you.
Hi.
I missed you. Yep, you right there. I missed you. So we had to get out before I went stir crazy. A couple little updates for you here in a minute, but we're at Wekiva Springs. Not necessarily our favorite spring, but it'll do. It'll
It's
do.
water.
It's right next to the house, so not too bad so far for a Sunday. It's 68 degrees, so the water should be warmer. So let's jump in. And I know this one right here isn't the most fondest of cold water, so
But I like the beach. I like cold.
let's give her a thumbs up for participation.
It will compromise.
Man, we have missed you. It's been a while. We were supposed to go camping last week, but the weather just didn't cooperate. Typically, I don't mind if it's rainy or cold or windy, but it was the trifecta, and we were supposed to go to Rainbow Springs, and that just wasn't going to happen. And as you can see, today is another dreary day. But we were determined not to let that stop us from getting out of the house, sharing some updates with you guys, as well as having some fun in the water. So without further ado, let's go. The main attraction at Wekiva Springs is the second magnitude spring head, which is a pretty shallow 15 to 20 feet deep, but it does surround some interesting rock formations. And while we were waiting for Taylor to get in, we spotted a couple coins, so we decided we were going to go for them. It can be quite difficult because the current passing through this narrow area pushes you pretty good, as you can see there, and I dropped it. Just like that, 35 cents richer. And on our way back to the spring head, we found this very shy Florida red-bellied cooter. And yes, that's actually what it's called. And with the whole family together, it was time to explore. All right, so check this out. We're gonna go about 20 feet deep, and we're gonna go to the opening of the cave here, and we're gonna see what's called a pleco. A pleco is essentially like that little fish that eats the algae on the side of your fish tank. There he is right there. These fish are invasive as they were introduced to Florida in the 1950s during the growing aquarium trade, as I just mentioned. They also pose a threat to our friends the manatee, as they've been seen clinging to the manatees eating the algae on their face and back. From here, we decided to stretch out into the 22,000 square foot swimming area. There's really not a whole lot to see typically. The bottom is pretty soft and sandy, and it's only about 4 to 4.5 foot deep. But with CTR Adventures, you never know what you're gonna find. like this little yellow belly slider. You can always bet that you'll see a school of bluegill or two. Here we have a small largemouth bass. And a school of fry, or baby fish to put it in other words. There's a fairly small cave or opening over by one of the entrances, so I'm gonna go over there and check out to see if there's anybody home, maybe a catfish or some more pleco. And no dice, nobody's home. And remember, in Florida, if the water's wet, there's probably a gator somewhere. After spending about an hour and a half in the deliciously cold 72-degree water, we decided to bundle up and try to warm up and take a walk down the boardwalk. We also have some great adventures coming up for you soon. Next week, we're going to be going to Mayaca State Park, which is a new one for us, and we're pretty excited about that. In April, we're going to be boarding Liberty of the Seas, going to the Bahamas and Coco Cay once again, and hopefully they'll have the snorkeling open and available to us, which wasn't last time. And in September, we're going to be boarding a carnival ship, which we haven't done since 2007. The Carnival Mardi Gras is supposed to be in the same size as the Oasis class, so we're going to be comparing them. So sit back, relax, and here's a little teaser of things to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for a clash of cruise ships, battle of the Bohemians, and a tussle between titans. In the blue corner, built in 2009, refurbished in 2019, with a capacity of 6,780 people, weighing in at 225,000 pounds, Royal Caribbean's Oasis of the Seas. The challenger in the red corner, built in 2020, weighing in at 180,000 pounds, with a capacity of 6,500 people, Carnival Mardi Gras. If you're ready to see who will come out on top, let's get ready to set sail.